Getting clients for your video production company doesn't need to be hard. There's loads of people out there who are actively looking for your services, but you just need to have an effective outreach strategy and a pitch that makes people want to work with you. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this is a lot easier said than done. Trust me, I've been there, and you're not gonna get this perfect first time. No one ever does. But if you stick to the methods that I show you in this video, you work with it and you iterate your approach over time, you'll easily be able to start landing 10K clients. And this is exactly how I started my own production company, and I still use this method to this day. Plus, at the end of the video, I'll go through my 10 steps that are needed to bring this to life and really make it a success. So, there's 3 ways you want to approach this, and that depends on the following. Are you looking for a single 10K project? Or are you looking for a client that pays you 10K over the year? Or are you looking for a client that pays you 10K every single month across the year? Now, I'm actually gonna rule out that last option because even I don't have an individual client that pays me 10 grand every single month for the whole year. Unless the comments go crazy, instead I'm gonna focus on getting you a 10K project and a client that pays you 10K across the year. So, starting with the latter, a client that pays you 10K across the year. Now, that's the equivalent of around about $835 whatever per month. And it follows a pretty simple sales method. First, you need to find an industry with a high demand for content. So think about startups, clothing, fitness, construction, industries where things are always changing and businesses might want to show off their work. Then it's about following an outreach system. And I just suggest using the one that works best for you and the one that you enjoy the most. Now, this might be emailing, calling, or using Instagram to connect with these businesses and simply asking them if they're interested in having some video content produced. Now, personally, I always think it's easier if you can meet people face to face. So you might want to pay the company a visit or attend some local networking events. Anything like that generally goes down a lot better. Now, at this point, you can either pitch your whole package, which we'll create in a moment, or what you can do is do an initial project and then use our invoice strategy to sign them up for a longer term. Now, I've got a full training about this that I'll link below. It's about 2 hours long, so you can appreciate I won't be able to explain everything in this one video. So the big question that you should all have is, Ross, what am I actually selling? So you need to think about how the businesses can benefit best from your services. Is that TikTok videos? Maybe it's website videos. Do they need a brand video or some explainers? Once you have that worked out, you'll be able to put together a monthly package that ticks their boxes. Basically, they're gonna want to get noticed and increase their sales. So how can you do that? Now that you have your deliverables all laid out, how much does that actually cost in terms of what is the client going to be paying? If it's more than 835, then you need to think, will they go for it? If you don't think they will go for it, then maybe thin out that content. But if it's less than 835, then bulk it up more to bring up the overall cost. Now, of course, you will have to tailor this to your own business model and your own niche, but that is the essence of how that package concept works. Now let's move into landing a singular client for 10K, so a singular 10K project. What people don't tell you is that your dream client or big budget household name brand aren't often using production companies. Well, they are, but most of them use marketing agencies who subcontract the work to production companies who then in some cases subcontract the work out to freelancers. So if you want a dream client or a big budget client, then you might want to think backwards. Do you want to work for the production company as a freelancer? Or do you want to create a production company and work with the marketing agency? Or do you want to go the whole full way and just try and find clients that are working directly with the production companies? Now, not all big budget businesses work like this, but it's worth keeping in mind that quite a few of them do. So in order to get a 10K project, you need to have an impressive portfolio. And I mean really impressive. Plus, you should have some kind of pitch deck to showcase your work, showcase your track record, and the ideas that you've got that can benefit that business. This ultimately is just a simple PDF document that looks really nice and has everything that company would want to know about you. Now, these projects most easily come from existing clients. When you think of an idea and then you're able to pitch that idea to an existing client, because ultimately you've already built up that trust and relationship. So it's just a case of making sure the idea is the right fit for them and they have the budget to sign it off. That's the easiest way to land a 10K job. The other is to pitch against other people for work. Now, you can use websites such as Genero or tender websites generally seem to do this too, but the downside to that is that it takes a lot of time and effort to build up a pitch deck for a client that you've never worked with, to show them that you're the best possible person, for you to then just not win it. So that's something that you also need to factor in. 10K projects become so much easier when you've been going for a while because you've ultimately built up a network of trusted contacts that you can rely on. Now, of course, you can get 10K projects organically through a simple sales strategy like I mentioned previously. It's just less favorable. So I wanted to shed some light on the different ways that you can go around doing this. Now, what you could do, however, is create a pitch deck with your 10K idea inside and just pitch that to a whole industry instead of just focusing on one individual client. But you just need to make sure that you're not basing that idea that's gonna cost 10K around that one individual business. You might want to broaden it to common problems that the industry is currently facing and how you can help with that. Now, there's no doubt we would all want to pick a single 10K project over a year-long project because the work is likely to be a lot less. However, businesses are equally less likely to throw 10K at a company that they've never worked with before than spend $835 a month with one. So here are my top 10 tips to help you with landing a 10K client. So first up, you want to start by building a strong foundation as a brand. No one's going to take you seriously if you don't have those things in place. Number two is to get clear on your ideal client, what they need and how you can help. If you don't know what problems they're facing and you can't speak their language, you're simply not going to connect with them. Three is to create a powerful offer that's irresistible. You want to make this a no-brainer. You want this company to look at you and think, these people are the people to go for. We need to take this offer now, otherwise we're going to lose out. Number four is to find the right channels to market to your ideal client. Where are they hanging out? Are they hanging out on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? Work that out and get your business in front of them. Five is to connect with potential clients in a genuine way. Don't just sell on the first message. You actually try to connect with them, try and sit them down, and that's why I prefer the face-to-face approach, because you can take an invested interest and a personal interest in their business, and you're not just trying to sell them from their first email when they don't even know who you are. Six, follow up and consistently be patient. It takes time. Some of our highest end clients have taken more than a year to land. Admittedly, normally it takes 3 months to 6 months to land a big client, but just be patient with your process. 7, get involved with industry-related organizations and networking events. Make sure you're going to the events that these industry people are going to so that you can better understand them and connect with them at these networking events, again, favoring that face-to-face relationship. Number 8, create valuable content that your target market will appreciate. It's all very well and good being creative and wanting to create edgy videos, but that's not going to work if your target audience is a corporate company, perhaps. So try and create the content that connects with them. You're going to have a much better chance of success when you come to pitch any one of the methods that I've mentioned in this video. Number 9, stay up to date on trends and changes in your industry. If you're not up to date with what's going on, again, it's much more unlikely that they're gonna go for you because this is all about building up trust. Are you someone I can trust with $10,000, pounds, whatever of my own money? So the more you understand, the better you'll be able to connect. Number 10, create a pitch deck that contains your unique value proposition. You need to be industry focused, make it look really nice, show them your track record and build a PDF that looks like you're the perfect person to solve their problems. Now, things are gonna get a lot tougher now that we're entering a recession. If you're looking to start or grow a video production company right now, then this is what I suggest you would do.